So the week we had Trifecta and Dig, we went into Thursday really confident and got kind of blown out of the water due to our own mistakes, unfortunately. So it was a hard pill to swallow, but there was a lot of lessons learned that day. And there was a lot of preparation that led up to that week as well. It was 3 weeks of preparation. And for it to go really poorly on Thursday was like a punch to the gut. But we were also still really confident in our strategies after reviewing the games. It was just the in-game mistakes that we made. So we knew we wanted to take those strategies into Friday as well for Trifecta, and they worked against Trifecta.
Yes. Doesn't even feel like a win. It just feels like a fucking.
That's the thing.
I guess we just like don't overdo it and then to just talk about.
How you feeling, fellas?
I'm good.
We're gonna go home and work on it, but it's like not like don't be too bad about it. Like it's still a 3-0. Gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be as bad a spectator as it felt.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Gotta get the smile.
I'm not happy.
Just checking the mic to make sure it works. I want to make sure you can hear me and Taco as we ask these hard-hitting questions.
You look great.
Thank you. You too.
Better go out.
I've got Ro and Emil Z, coach and support for the Pittsburgh Knights. First, congratulations on your win. It was a 3-0, but I could tell there was a little frustration with you guys. Was this the performance you expected to be able to put on here?
The result we expected, but not the performance. I mean, I liked game 1, game 2 and 3 were just so messy from my point of view, from the bird's eye point of view, and I can listen to comms as well. Not taking it as seriously as we should have, I would say. I think the players will be frustrated with themselves as well and frustrated with each other all the same, which is fair.
I wasn't happy with the Trifecta and the Dig games at all. In particular, I didn't feel like it was too bad losing to Dignitas, because I felt like that was a set that could have gone both ways in a sense. We made a few big mistakes that lost us that set, and I think if you can pinpoint it down to like a few mistakes, big mistakes, that's not as bad, because then it's just like you made the mistake. But then against Trifecta, we just made like a lot of really bad plays, a lot of like disrespectful plays and mistakes. So I really wasn't happy with that set. Even though we won 3-0, if we're gonna play like that and that's the attitude going forward, we're not gonna win, which is the ultimate goal, right? Like, we've set this goal that we want to be number 1, and if we have to finish number 1 in the league right now, we have to win every single game from now, and then we can't just take those games for granted, because who knows if Trifecta shows up on the day and plays well, and we are playing with disrespect in the way we're playing, and we're making these small sloppy mistakes. I think it's also like disrespectful to the opponents, like showing bad sportsmanship. If you're going to go for that 1v1 because you think, even though you know you should lose it, you feel like you have an inherent advantage.
Like a fake Australian accent.
The shock in the water. It's game time.
How is that? Why do you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the expert in this matter, at least in this room.
I think it sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Crikey, there's a shark in the water.
You need to stop. That was that good.
I told you that was good.
So going into the EUnited games, we were very confident, just like we were going into the Dignitas games. But this time we actually managed to get the results we were looking for. I think that's due to the fact that we prepared much better. I mean, before we thought we prepared well, but this time we broadened our spectrum of picks and bans, and it worked out really well. We were able to take a multitude of strategies against EUnited, who were admittedly a strong team, undefeated at the time. We were able to just blow them out of the water 3-0. There was some close games, and the result was perfect for us, really. It was a 3-0, which obviously 3-0 is perfect, but also they were close games, so we can take a lot of lessons from winning games, which is exactly what you want from the regular season.
I think Kenneth definitely pulled the weight in game 1 against United. We had a bit of a rough early game ahead of us with the way United drafted, but Kenneth really managed to pull some clutch 1v1 situations. He had this one play in Rage in the mid where he just completely soloed big man with Pelle.
Then they like 3-man collapsed on me. I beat the Nasha blind alt. I juked all of Emil's abilities and then somehow got out alive.
I'm getting out. Nice! Kill him.
Are you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's so big.
F***ing huge.
Back.
Sick, Kenneth.
Nice, good job.
The Fire Giant team fight we had in game 1 as well, where we wiped them 5-0. I think that was pretty good. Killed 5 of them, got FG, and then yeah, the game was pretty much over.
Kronos. Nice. He's dead. Nice.
Come on, below that.
We can heal and do fire. We just
I can back. I'll TP. Upgrade my TP.
Nausea blind. I'll heal up here.
I'm upgrading TP and
We don't have a tank.
TP.
Let me tank.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll get a sentry.
Alright, I'll zone the Nausea.
Nausea has no blink. He has no blink. Go look from now. Actually, I think
I'm
no secure, but hit behind.
Kill him. You chase him. I'll chase him.
I think Pelle ult is the best looking ult in the game, so it just feels so satisfying when you see her like spinning her blades and just going ham, like going at that. He did the same to Ice, and those picks just kind of let us back into the game.
We really like raised our morale again and realized that, you know, at any point in this game that we can just blow it out of the water, and it got everybody to really perk up and start communicating more.
Minions on FG.
She's really not tanky. Like, just kill her.
Okay, good job. I just done now. Nasha should have vault up again.
I'm out of snake juice. Okay, I'm
out of snake juice. UK. Good job.
I'm gonna Aegis 2 of it.
I'm gonna take a
nice.
I'm gonna take a...
I so almost left level 1, man.
Holy shit, I got a 4-man ult. I got a 4-man ult.
My ult didn't go. Oh, I almost lived. They missed Sash, they missed Chronos 3. Yeah, backstead both of them.
Chronos into them.
I think our game 3, if anything, I'm proud of us for like, they had a really good comp at like shutting down the Zeus and everything, and our game plan pretty much revolved around the Zeus, so them getting, you know, a pretty big lead and being able to shut him down, and us still managing to figure out a way to beat their comp and win the game. I was very happy with that.
Oh, maybe not actually.
The diving.
Oh, nice. Oh, dude, that's okay. He's out too. Oh my god, that's so lucky.
Come in, you're gonna get Kraken.
I'm dead. He's playing behind the wave. There's kinda a lot of dude, I shouldn't have gone in there.
That's a Kraken down in mid. Okay.
Really happy with how Sirius managed to like stay calm and stuff. During that third game, I think he was playing Zeus or something, and he got caught a few times early, but late game you can't stop the Zeus juice, and if you stay calm and believe in your team, then it's gonna work out, and it did.
No more Zeus for Zeros, I don't think.
Oh, what a shame.
He's playing way more Zeus. In reality, he's playing at every scrim from now on.
We commit to this, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going out.
I'm committing fire here. I'm committing to fire. Yeah. I'm going out on FG. Get it.
Got it. Nice. Help me. Nice. Help Benko.
Kill Hachi. We can fight here. Kill Faf. I'll sunder him. So, can we chase? Yeah. He's super slow. He has no movement speed.
Poseidon could whirlpool crack.
Watch out.
Nice.
Kill Faf. Behind us Achilles. I got so much damage.
Watch out in the back. I need help.
They're gonna kill us.
You missed out.
Both, play safe.
I don't ult him.
We kill him and we end. Watch out for pass.
We kill this boss.
Slow them. Nice.
We got him.
Nice. End with heals. Just chill. We have 40 seconds. Heal up.
They love right things too. Let's
heal up.
Get it, baby. Yeah, I'm just cracking as well.
He used Kraken.
I'm healing here.
Let's just. Do we want to get Phoenix first? Let's get Phoenix first and then
Phoenix.
Just heal up.
That's so much time.
20 seconds from Miles. The only way to win is if he gets a big whirlpool.
I have Fatalis in 2 seconds.
Alright, beats.
Fatalis in 2.
End now.
I'll just pop Fatalis.
I'm a Titan. Titan damage. Nice. I'm fine.
Nice. Let's go, boys. Good.
If you're dead.
Let's
go, baby.
Let's go, baby. that a bad boy? Quit 741. Okay, a wee for you. Face that. Huh? Whoever wants to do.
Next up is going to be Luminosity, and the day after that we have Renegades. So that should be two super fun sets. Luminosity is like super weird in a sense. They're like the odd kid in class. They always play something weird and they play the meta in a weird way. So it's going to be funny to see how I think a super established team like us is going to kind of clash into that. I think we'll have a lot of like individual plays in that set, and I think we're really going to prove that we are just the better individual players, and hopefully we're going to also just outshine them in team fights. Don't really think that's a team you can do too much preparation into. I think more so you just have to do preparation for yourself. You have to figure out a few different comps, and on the game day, if you lose one game, you lose one game, but I don't think they really can pull more out the hat than that Luminosity. Same kind of goes for Renegades, honestly.
Right now we don't know what to expect from them at all. Before we moved here to Atlanta, we were scrimming them in Europe, and they were a strong team. They were taking games off us in scrims, so we know they could do the same here if they're comfortable. We get to see them play 3 sets, I think, before we go up against them, so we will have a bit of information. But in general, we decide to do the same plan and switch things up every week or every set, so they won't know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, for us, it's just improving on everything and kind of like taking everything we've learned so far and trying to just, what we say, like just mesh everything together and just clean everything out, make everything a bit neater, and just make sure we execute the way we plan to. And for myself, I suppose just play, you know, more calculated, more patient in some scenarios, and not feel like I have to like rush in.
And so that means his last thing is
Can I just say it's just too
and we, however, still have a Leon.
We didn't win a game after week 1, no, week 2.
I like that. Very
Process
nice.
been broken.
I was going to say, I like that. You see?
We're here with Deathwalker and Adapts after the 3-0 victory over EUnited. First of all, boys, congratulations on the victory today. Clearly it went as you would have hoped in terms of the victory, but are you happy with your performance?
Yeah, I'd say we played a lot better in general as a team, and you know, I think we drafted a lot smarter now and a bit kind of like more of a plan. Whereas I feel like the previous weeks we had like super one-dimensional comps and like picks, where we would start the draft and we could only play a certain play style, whereas now I kind of feel like we've opened up a lot of how we can draft and play.
Maybe the team has, but Deathwalker plays Osiris 3 games in a row. We've seen like no Osiris at all so far this phase, and you played 3 games in a row. What made you think that this was the right pick for you today?
I told him it was OP.
Yeah, basically. Well, a couple of people told me it was OP, so I tried it, and it felt good. I also like to bring him back, you know, like there has not been a lot of Osiris in Season 5, and at the start of Season 6, basically no one played him. And then I'm like, wait, he was pretty good. Like, why did he fall off? He even got buffed, right? So I just tried him out. I play him a little bit differently. Like, there's something to it, but he feels really good right now. But I don't know how you don't mention Zero Zeus. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't see that game either. To be fair, boys, I do want to talk a little bit about the pressure that you were exerting adapting on that solo lane. Like, this is something that we've seen before in the meta, but you specifically haven't been one that's always stayed that way. I mean, previous years, even when metas were dictating that, you were never really like over there for Dimmy. Is this something that you guys have recognized as a window again back towards the solo lane pressure, or is it just something that works for you guys?
I think it kind of depends on comps and everything. Obviously, you want to make sure that like solo lane's, you know, stable, and like, you know, if I need to relieve pressure or if like he has a winning matchup, it's quite important that I kind of like help him as well, be able to win that matchup, and like he's safe to play up and, you know, make aggressive plays. Or, you know, like if I just poke a little bit, that can mean a lot for him. So.
How important was this win for you guys? EUnited was sitting second in the standings, undefeated. People were starting to question, you know, were you guys at the top of the league? Do you think this was a big rallying win for you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like a lot of our losses are just due to like some core problems we had as a team, like against Rival and Dig more specifically. I don't think our strategies were as good. Like we kind of didn't know what we were doing as much as we do now. I feel like right now, like we really have a good understanding of like how we want to draft, how we want to play it out, and all that.
Before I let you go, last question real quick. What is your overall goal right now? Is it aiming towards the World Championship right now, or is it more sooner rather than later at MSI?
First place MSI.
Well, for me, it's just I'm waiting for One Punch Man Season 2 complete.
Well, I mean, maybe it's time to get another buff. We'll find out. Thank you so much for the interview. Good luck in the rest of your sets this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.